Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best electric razor for women 2022. The product links are in the description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is Braun Epilator Silk. Braun Epilator Silk. Years ago I bought a small epilator for facial hair, and quite honestly I didn't know there was such an amazing epilator shaver like this. I used it on my legs and now I never have stubbly hairy legs, and like most ladies I hate hairy legs. I will say underarm and bikini area is still a little tender, so I need to learn or toughen that area first. But I am thrilled with this product as a leg shaver. It's fantastic and it's rechargeable. My old epilator exfoliate the area with a disinfected antibacterial hand soap, hammam glove or something similar before you epilate. You want to remove the dead skin on the surface before you start. You can use whatever soap you want as long as it doesn't leave a residue. Shampoo works fine for me because it softens the hair. Don't forget to wash them hands too. Make sure you sterilize the epilator before you use it. This will help to prevent ingrown hairs because it won't be trapping as much bacteria in your pores. I like to fill a tiny sauce cup with rubbing alcohol before hand and run the epilator in it for about a minute, then let it dry. Take it slow. This is not meant to be used like a razor where you just make a quick pass up the skin. You want to pull all the hairs out, and that takes time. I know it hurts more, but it stops hurting once all the hair is pulled out. Learn to embrace it. Just pull it against the grain slowly while holding your skin taut, and if you feel the need, pass it in the opposite direction over that area again, just to make sure. You can do this as many times as you need. The light will help you see any stray hairs. Exfoliate again after you've finished. I like to use the Max Strength Stridex pads as a chemical exfoliant once I'm done, but anything with salicylic acid will do. This helps to prevent ingrown hairs from popping up because it cleans out the pores. Moisturize. I use Palmer's cocoa butter with vitamin, but use anything you like. You may feel some stubble after the first few times, and that's fine. Sometimes there are short hairs that can't be pulled easily by the epilator. This problem will solve itself as you epilate more. They just need a little extra time to grow long enough to be. Again, the pain is temporary. Don't panic, it's not doing any lasting damage. You will be anyway. This epilator works really great on thick hair. I use it on my armpits. The first few times it felt like being stabbed by a knife, but you start to get used to it. Now I epilate my armpits every few days, but I only need to once a week, and it really doesn't hurt at all. My pits get way smoother than they ever did when I used to shave them, and there is never any stubble because the hair grows back tapered, not with a blunt cut-off edge. The number 4 on the list is Schick Hydro Silk Perfect Finish. Schick Hydro Silk Perfect Finish Lifesaver. Where has this been my whole older adult life? Got my arm, hair, bikini line and face all in under minutes and more. Tinkle brand dry shaving my face and getting burns. Why had I never thought or heard of this before? Women shaving has been a painful learning experience. I've had constant shaving rashes on my face, and now literally 2 seconds and just I can speak only to my experiences with this product. This razor trimmer isn't going to work for every single person alive because our bodies and likes are all different. So I can't promise you this will work for you. I personally have been buying these razors for years. I'll never buy another one so long as they don't change them. They do what they claim to do. I get a very close shave. The blades last a long time. The trimmer does a fantastic job, and yes, there is a moisturizing quality as well. Does the moisturizing gel on the blade last forever? No, it doesn't, especially if you get soap on the blade, but it will last a long time. And even if you have to start using shaving gel in the end, I haven't found the razor to be any less effective. Cleaning the blade is simple, but yes, it will eventually dull, as all blades do. That's not a defect of this product, it's just a fact of all razors. I have very coarse hair, so it's possible my blades may dull faster than others, but they still last a long time. The device is definitely waterproof, and the battery on the trimmer is well protected from any water damage. It too lasts a long time. I've found this razor is great for traveling, but beware, there is no cover for the blade. I'm not taking a star off for this because no cover was advertised. Just wrap the blade up carefully and store the razor. I've purchased these to leave in different places when I travel, and I've found that each and every one is worth the money spent, and more they work they last, and they're very high quality. The number 3 on the list is Panasonic Close Curves Electric Razor. Panasonic Close Curves Electric Razor. I only just recently got this, and normally I wait a few weeks before reviewing a product, but I have to say that this exceeded my expectations, and I am so happy with this product that I feel it's only right to just review it now. I used to buy a much cheaper the price of this wet dry shaver, but I had to keep buying them on an every other month basis, at least because they would die and they also gobbled up batteries. I was still fine with using them and budgeting for them because they were so cheap, but we are about to go on a much longer family beach vacation than we normally stay, and since my last cheapy electric razor just died, I really wanted to get something way more reliable but not bust that bank. Plus I was tired of buying batteries for something like this. I figured out quickly that I'm not saving much money if I am having to replace batteries often when using any kind of electric shaver as opposed to regular disposable razors. I always figure it's just a given that you're never going to get as close of a shave for me. This is actually a good thing. I unfortunately grow coarse leg hair really fast, as in right after using a nice new and expensive, I don't buy cheap one's disposable razor head by mid to end of day. I already feel a little. The double whammy for me is that if I use a razor too much more than every few days, I get massive razor burn and ingrown hairs faster than the blink of an eye. No matter how many different techniques I use, special shaving lotions, moisturizing shaving creams, exfoliation first, shave with the grain, then against technique, trust me, I've tried it all to carefully shave. It's super frustrating when getting a decently close shave but not super close shave. I don't get the razor burn or ingrown hairs, especially in areas I do not need that to happen. I could go on and on, but you get the idea. At years old, I would have thought this part of my life would get a little easier. The number 2 on the list is Renfox Electric Razor. Renfox Electric Razor. I tested this one myself, and my main takeaway for this razor is that it is a solid option for those who can't be bothered with all the bells and whistles that you probably won't use anyway. However, it did have one LED light underneath, so I could see what I was doing and whether I needed to do a second pass or not, but otherwise, this is a simple, no-frills razor that will require a few passes depending on the length of your hair. On shorter stubble, I needed to do 3 to 4 passes to eliminate the hair completely, but the razor caught the longer hairs quite well for trimming. I have sensitive skin and was surprised that even with multiple passes on my legs, there wasn't any irritation. Boasting a sleek design and smart green hue, the Brory Electric Razor for women is stocked with 3 high-speed, incredibly sharp razor blade made with hypoallergenic 3D floating foil stainless steel that allows it to effortlessly and precisely shave your arms, underarms, legs and bikini line. This workhorse is suitable for both wet and dry usage and also has an LED light feature that illuminates your skin as it shaves to ensure you've gotten every hair. It sounds impressive because it is, especially when you consider Brory's electric razor is a low-noise device. Anyone who loathes that constant humming sound will love this pick. What's more, this electric shaver is cordless and charges via USB. Plug it directly into the wall or sit it on its station. One full charge yields a whopping 60 minutes of shave time, a significant amount compared to other models, so it's an especially great option for frequent travelers. The number 1 on the list is Brory Electric Razor. Brory Electric Razor. I tested this one myself, and my main takeaway for this razor is that it is a solid option for those who can't be bothered with all the bells and whistles that you probably won't use anyway. However, it did have one LED light underneath, so I could see what I was doing and whether I needed to do a second pass or not, but otherwise, this is a simple no-frills razor that will require a few passes depending the length of your hair. On shorter stubble, I needed to do 3 to 4 passes to eliminate the hair completely, but the razor caught the longer hairs quite well for trimming. I have sensitive skin and was surprised that even with multiple passes on my legs, there wasn't any irritation. I got this razor on a whim because it was on sale for Amazon Day. I spent too much on razor blades because I'm a woman and I shave my legs. Thought I'd try an electric razor to see if I could maybe mitigate some of the costs. Turns out I can. This razor shaved my legs just fine. It's not as smooth as a razor blade shave, but that's because nothing will do that except for a straight razor blade. I did that while in the shower, so it was a wet shave. You can use it wet or dry, but you can't submerge it in water. It took me a little longer because this was my first time using an electric razor and didn't have a technique, yet it has 3 types of cuts on one head. The one in the middle is for cleaning up stubble, and the ones on either side are for shearing, like a buzz clipper, good for cropping down leg hair. I had to rinse off the blade periodically, just a quick shot of water on the blade without removing it. Cleaning it after I was done was not hard. The blade pops off the top, and you use the little brush that comes with it to get the hairs out of it. There is a small piece of foam that plugs the area around the motor mechanism in the blade compartment that is supposed to keep out water, so it's water resistant but not waterproof. I hope it will be adequate over time because wet shaving is necessary on legs. I will just replace the tiny piece of foam myself if it seems like it's degrading.